break up every week. I used to nag so much. I was so argumentative because I did not understand that word. I didn't know how to apply it to my life. But it wasn't until Proverbs 14:1 came and intervened. A wise woman builds her house with her own hands, but a foolish one tears hers down. As a woman, I had the ability to set the atmosphere in my home. Sometimes it's not always your man. Sometimes it's just you. You gotta stop nagging so much. You gotta stop complaining. Your words can make your marriage, your relationship unbearable and undesirable. Remember, the word of the Lord says that a soft answer turneth away wrath. If you are dealing with situations in your relationship and in your marriage with aggression, you are never going to get the response you want. You cannot be the type of woman that wants respect but don't give it. Bottom line, I'm giving you free game right now. You have the ability to build your house, and you can build your house through the spirit of wisdom. No man wants a nagging woman. I don't care how fine you are. I don't care how sweet you are. I don't care how much you do. No man wants a nagging woman.
Well, she does have a point. She does have a point. And, I think that sometimes it can get out of hand, as far as the nagging. Sometimes it can get out of hand. But I think that over time, what men learn is we learn that, women, you guys have y'all, your hormones and different things like that. And, you can feel this way 1 hour, 2 hours later, you can be, down and depressed. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I think it takes time for the man to learn that. And also, he has to really love you too, because it's a lot to deal with just off of your hormones alone. It's a lot to deal with. And I think that sometimes men, as far as us when we're younger, we don't really understand that as much. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes nagging could be just, the mood swings or the emotions. It's just running wild and all over the place. And I think that sometimes when, because I've done different things, like certain stuff that, like picking up little stuff behind yourself or doing this or doing that, or, just little small stuff that I may forget. But it's like sometimes when you are a busy man, you just gonna procrastinate on the small stuff. It just is what it is, because you have to focus on, big things, like, for example, bills and stuff like that. It's no excuse, but it's just like, sometimes the little stuff, I procrastinate on stuff that it is what it is, man. I'm gonna put my focus on to being productive as far as for, like, my responsibilities, and then the little small stuff, I'm gonna have to get to it. But sometime we're gonna get to it, y'all. Y'all ain't got a nag. We're gonna get to it at some point.
Complaining about the same thing over and over and over again. Well, let me help you understand. When a woman is complaining to you about something, but she doesn't see any results from the conversation that she's having with you, she's going to continue to repeat herself, because clearly you're not getting it. You're just letting it go in one ear and out the other. If you want her to stop nagging, start addressing the problem. You address the problem through action. You see, one thing about women is we listen to what you say, but we pay more attention to what you do. Don't claim to hear me and understand me, but don't do anything to correct it. Otherwise, it just means that you really didn't hear me. You better listen to your woman while she's still talking. You see, I hear a lot of men say that they're tired of hearing their woman nagging and complaining, but let me explain something. The minute that woman stops talking, she's starting to walk. It's a known fact. Women leave mentally before they leave physically. So while she's doing all of this nagging and complaining, if you want to make it work, that would be the time to pay attention and see what you can do to try to fix your guys' problems. And if you're tired of hearing her complain, then hear her out and find a solution.
Well, see, the thing is, Miss Lady, when you find one with women, right? Some women, when you find a solution to one problem, guess what? 5 more problems occur. You see what I'm saying? So for the most part, it's just like, when men is like, we're gonna get tired of, asking certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it just be like, if it's something that's gonna stress me out, I ain't even gonna worry about it. You see what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna bring it up. Now, if it just get to the point where I just gotta say something, then I'll bring it up. You see what I'm saying? Or we will bring it up as men, because at the end of the day, we don't wanna like Cause say for instance, okay, for as a man, right? You come home and you start complaining about small stuff. That's gonna that's gonna put your woman into reacting in a negative way, right? So then you ain't gonna have a pretty good evening that night. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes, in order for us to keep y'all from having an attitude, we will gloss over small stuff. Now, if it's big, we'll say something, but the small stuff we'll just gloss over it. And sometimes women do that as well. But see, the thing that I don't think that a lot of women understand is that when we fix one problem, y'all gonna give us 5 more issues. Okay? When we take one vacation, on the vacation, y'all gonna be planning the next vacation. You see what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it take time for men to understand this about women. You know what I'm saying? I think that once we understand each other, I think that relationships, dating and stuff like that, it'll just go better. You know what I'm saying? I understand that women are emotional. And y'all gotta understand that we're gonna procrastinate on small stuff. If we just understand that and just help each other out when it comes to that, I think that relationships would be much better.
I hate when men are always complaining about their wives nagging them because all I literally hear is, I don't know how to listen. Because if you ask that man, what is she nagging you about? You're going to hear the dumbest answers ever. Yeah, she's always nagging me about my clothes on the floor. Well, why are your clothes on the floor? Oh, she's been nagging me to take the car to the mechanic. Oh, is that the car that your wife and your child use on a daily basis that has been making weird noises and has a check engine light on that could potentially put them in danger, and she's been asking you to take it to the mechanic for over 2 weeks now? Nagging is literally your partner reminding you over and over again what you were supposed to do. So if you say that you're going to do something in 5 minutes, do it in 5 minutes. Because what I've noticed is some guy would say, oh yeah, like let me take out the trash in 5 minutes. And it's 30 minutes later and the wife will remind them. And then all of a sudden it's called nagging. But in reality, you're just not listening and you're also not doing what you said you were going to do.
Okay. Okay. I mean, she got a point, she got a point. She do got a point, but I would say that it's like, it's like when we want something, it's like, okay, the difference is, ladies, like, okay, when a man wants something and y'all make an excuse, we're gonna just, you know what I'm saying, like, look, baby, you said that last time, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, it is what it is. But I just understand that, or I feel that y'all can't get so mad if we don't take the trash out, bro. Like, I understand, okay, the trash need to be taken out. Okay, cool. But you ain't gotta be mad. We ain't gotta get in no argument about the trash, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't gotta get in no argument, you know what I'm saying? So about the trash. Or if I need to go to the mechanic or this and that, okay, I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I think that, women want things done and men want things done. We both want things done. We both want stuff from each other. But I think that as adults, we gotta work on trying to, like, talk. Like, ask me why I haven't did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I explain to you, like, I just been busy or this and that. All right, cool. I ain't got no excuses. I'm gonna get it done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm finna do it now. Or if it's something, or if it's a financial obligation, okay, I'm gonna tell you when I feel like I'm gonna get it done. And if it's getting close to the time for me to get that done, then I'm gonna let you know that it might be a little bit too expensive, or if something changed, then I'll let you know. You see what I'm saying? But I think that from what she's saying, take the trash out. This, and that. Okay, at the end of the day, we can't just be slobs and the house just can't be dirty and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like we don't have to fight about everything. Okay? We don't have to fight about everything. Or if it's just something that if I'm working or I'm busy and you know what I'm saying, I'm exhausted, just you could take a hand and pick that. You can pick that up. You see what I'm saying? Or you can handle that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can take some stress off of me. You see what I'm saying? I had to learn that too, and I think that I feel like everything is just a learning lesson. Like, we don't gotta argue about everything, and I think that's one of the biggest things. And you know, and I feel like women nag more than men because it's like, y'all know that at the end of the day, if y'all got an attitude, like, unless you just a sassy man, you gonna come and apologize to your woman. You see what I'm saying? Like, you gonna fix it with your woman. Rarely do women ever come to their spouse and fix things. You see what I'm saying? We fix shit. So it's just like, if we ain't gonna nag y'all, because it's like, we'll bring it up, we'll bring it to your attention, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna sit up here and nag you. And most men don't nag. It is some men that nag, but I would say they're sassy. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes, because sometimes you're just trying to get your point across, and you just like, well, this is it. This is what it is. I need you to do this. I need this done. And then as far as for women, it's like sometimes it's like, you know, it just be like such small things that we don't find important, because at the end of the day, a man, like, our bills and us being productive financially is the most important thing to us. And I think that once women figure that out, then the world will be a better place, because at the end of the day, it's like, you want to put all these small objectives in front of me, but then I still have to provide, or I still have to work, or and most men deal with this. So I think that we just, as men and women, we just need to come together and talk about things more, and just work together. Don't just get upset with each other all the time. Unless you're just a bad person or ill person, or you just trying to neglect me or keep things away from me. I think that we just gotta talk to each other more, and stop getting mad about everything. Like, yeah, you're gonna get frustrated. Of course, we all human. But if I'm talking to you, and you don't want to give it to me, it just is what it is, bro. I gotta figure something out. You know what I'm saying? I gotta figure something else out, and that's just how a man should think. Women, we not really just begging y'all to think like us. Y'all not gonna think like us, okay? So I think as time goes on, as we get older, I think it just takes time with age, man. So as we get older, we'll learn to work together and work through things. But if that person's just not for you, then that person's just not for you. And all in all, women stop nagging and men stop procrastinating, and things will be a little bit better. But there's always gonna be something, man. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, man, like, and leave me a comment. What y'all think about this? How can women just lessen the nagging a little bit, and how can men stop procrastinating on all the little small stuff that your woman wants you to do? Like, how can we stop? How can we be better? Ain't nobody perfect, but how can we be better? Y'all let me know. Don't forget, man, come check me out, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Let's get it.